Autumn has arrived and summer has come to an end. What that means for us is we have to get really busy preparing for winter. I've been sprouting sunflower seeds for the Jersey cows for a treat, and they really, really love it. The Jersey cows that we've been milking, their calves are really coming along on being very well behaved, very haltered, broken, and we're just really enjoying working with them. I want to share a scripture with you that I think is really relevant for right now, for this season. It's Proverbs 6:6-8. Go to the ant, you sluggard, consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, no overseer or ruler, yet it stores its provisions in summer and gathers its food at harvest. This is exactly what Mr. Roofer and I are doing right now. This towel that I'm putting over the cow's back is to help keep the flies off of her. Here at our farm, we don't have much of a problem with flies, but it just seems like, I guess right now, we have a little bit of one, and I want the cow to be very comfortable while I'm milking. That's important to me. Also, I want to point out this little wooden pedestal that I put under my cow. It'll keep my milk bucket or milk pitcher when I'm milking from getting dirty. And I just, I think the cow is aware that it's there. She knows when I put it under there that I'm going to start milking, and when I move it away, it's her signal that we're finished. So another thing I want to point out is if you wear a baseball cap and you put your head up in her flank, you can feel when her leg is tensing up that she might raise her leg up. My cows don't kick, but the flies, they might raise their leg a little bit. But I like to know and feel that so I can get my milk pitcher out of the way. But I guess if you had a cow that kicked, it would be, you could get out of the way if you felt her tensing up. Mr. Roofer's been working with the calves when he releases them to go to their mother. He's trying to, teach them to have some patience. These are our 1-year-old heifers. They are just absolutely beautiful, but I'm really proud of them. Not only are they beautiful, they've got grass-fed genetics, and I've been testing my cows. That's something very important to me for a long, long time for bovine disease. We actually are quarantined. We don't allow anyone to come in the pens with the cows without, protection. Here is a video of these 3 young heifers 1 year ago when they were calves. They've really grown a lot this year. Getting my screened house ready for fall gardening. Mr. Roofer is getting some compost to haul in it and fill up. See this pallet? That's our compost. We just wire pallets together and put, throw our compost in there from the house. I am planting the seedlings that I started, back a few weeks ago. I showed you on a video. But this year it's been so hot, they are not doing real well. They're not very big at all compared to 2022. They are beautiful, and it's just our weather. But anyway, we're going to keep trying. The pumpkin vine in the garden is doing wonderful. I'm really, really hoping that some blooms will set and we can get some pumpkin before frost. Okay, one of our favorite things, and I showed you last week, the no nitrate beef summer sausage. I use that on our pizzas. So I make, with my sourdough starter, I make pizza this way probably 2 times a week because it's just so easy. It is a fast food for us. So I just, get my skillet hot, put some sourdough starter, some seasoning, salt, pepper, olive oil in a 425-degree oven. Anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. It bakes and is real crispy. And then I put toppings. And I made the mozzarella. I made the beef summer sausage, all the peppers and onions, jalapenos. They were all grown at the farm. So that's just, really makes you feel really good when you know that the food you're eating, that you sourced it, from your own farm and you know where it comes from. That is becoming more and more important each day. It's really delicious, and I'd say you can have dinner in 20 minutes. Okay, I made with our own potatoes. We put ground meat, which is flavored like sausage, on our potato soup, and that is the cold case cheese before I cooked it. Now this is the cold case that is cooked. Look how it's just beautiful and creamy and delicious. I also make crackers with my sourdough starter. Okay, now I'm getting started on a pumpkin sourdough. I make a lot of these. I really enjoy it. They're just so cute. So I used canned pumpkin, but if you use your own pumpkin, make sure that you strain it first. So it is half a cup of pumpkin, half a cup of sourdough starter, 1 3/4 teaspoons of salt, a cup of water, a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, and a tablespoon of honey, and 4 cups of flour. It is really, really easy, and it is so impressive. So when I make sourdough, to tell you the truth, I always do one stretch and fold because I make a shaggy dough. I just mix it first time just barely. And then after 30 minutes to an hour, I come back and do some stretch and folds, maybe 2 times around, and I get this soft, beautiful dough. Well, a lot of times I will just leave it there and from 3 to 4 hours. And then as long as my dough passes the float test, as you'll see, then I am, good to go to shape it. So, just sourdough is so flexible, and I do not have time to do a lot of stretch and folds. Shaping is really important on this particular sourdough. I just do one shaping. On the tartine style breads, I usually do 2 shapings, 20 minutes apart. But shaping is very important. So also on this dough, I will line the banneton basket with a cloth because it has the honey and pumpkin puree, and it's a little stickier than, like just say a tartine style bread. So I'm going to show you 2 different styles, I guess, of scoring this bread. But of course, make it your own design and very, unique. That is what is so fun. This part is really important. You want to, get, first of all, cotton string that is, for food. So you want to cut about 2 foot long, and then you want to cover them with olive oil or avocado oil so that they won't stick to your bread. So I like to go ahead on a piece of parchment and lay out the pattern so that, because I have my skillet warming in the oven and my sourdough was spent the night in the refrigerator. So this is actually the next day. So make sure kind of look at the center and try to hit the center of your strings. So I just tie it around, not too tightly, but I just go around. And that is what will give this sourdough a pumpkin shape. It is just so fun. Everyone that sees these, they are just so impressed. So the first, I'm doing more of a realistic kind of scoring. Okay, I bake this at 450 for 20 minutes, and then I lower the temperature to 425 for 25 minutes. And then I will take the lid off for around 1 to 2 minutes. Make sure and cut your strings off, because they will, if you let your bread cool, they'll stick to your bread and will tear your bread when you're pulling them off. So there you have it. There is sourdough, pumpkin sourdough number 1. Such a beautiful color, such a beautiful gift. See, if you look on the razor blade, that's about as deep as I go. Just little shallow cuts. So this scoring, I'm doing a little bit, more intricate scoring. This year, a lot of my decorations for fall, Thanksgiving, and Christmas will probably be homemade or edible. It just seems the older you get, the less things you want to buy and deal with. I just, if I can't eat it, or I don't love it, or know it to be useful, I'm kind of to the point where I do not want to buy it. So I might buy a mum possibly. But here we go. We have this sourdough, and here's the final product. I've been working on getting some laundry done, and I love my new laundry and dish soap. It's working out great. Okay, one thing that happens this time of year is we have to get ready for our beef harvest. We have a beef business, and here we are. We did some photography and videoing of a whole animal that we had harvested. This is how much meat from a 915 pound Hereford steer. It's a lot of meat, but we eat beef every day. So those bags are for bone broth, and I will just about the whole winter, I guess, as soon as it cools off, we will just start eating soup and broth-based foods. I think it's really healthy and delicious, and they're really easy, just kind of one pot meals. So my favorite way to make bone broth is in the Vita clay cooker. It turns into gelatin. Thank you for watching. From our Texas Hill Country farmstead to you, have a blessed day, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.